Senator Kamala Harris facing off against Vice President Mike Pence with some expressive reactions during the debate.
Joining us now on the Facial Frenzy District Media Group President, Beverly Hallberg. Beverly, thanks for being here. How did Kamala Harris and specifically her face come across to you?
Well, not even the plexiglass could contain that strong side eye that Kamala Harris was giving the vice president. And I think that was a standout of this entire debate. It's true that I think Americans probably took away that it was more civil. They appreciated that. There were more topics covered, even though both candidates dodged a lot of questions. But I do think that the memes from the facial expressions of Kamala Harris was what we were seeing on Twitter. They were trending. And I think what people took away from it was a bit abrasive, a bit condescending, obviously a bit exasperated with the vice president, and this may have worked out better should she have been debating somebody who had a style like Donald Trump, who can be abrasive himself. But Mike Pence is pretty flappable with his facial expressions. He's pretty disciplined, and I think overall it played poorly for her because she was so expressive in a disdainful way towards the vice president.
But, and to use one of your words, no matter how disciplined he is, though, the liberal media still has something to say. Take a listen.
Vice President Pence appeared flaccid and anemic, and that's going to hurt him with men.
Pence was a mansplainer in chief.
I get
Mr. Mike Mansplainer all night.
I understand.
He was patronizing, which drove all the women crazy, and he was boring, which lost most of the men.
Do you think that that's fair?
I don't. I actually think that Mike Pence came across as very respectful to the senator. He even praised a lot of her accomplishments. And even when the debate ended, this is what I found was fascinating. He walked away and for about 60 seconds was trying to get her to make eye contact with him as a thank you, a nod to I appreciated the debate. It took her a while for her to even look over to him. So I think if the worst they can say about him is that he was a little bit boring, that's not a bad criticism for people who don't like him. And when it comes to mansplaining, I didn't take that at all. One of my favorite lines he did say is he said that you're entitled to your opinions, but not your facts. I know we've talked about what's going to be on T-shirts today. I think that's going to be a statement that we're going to see on T-shirts for those who are in favor of the Trump camp.
So you would disagree that Pence lost most of the men and, quote, drove all the women crazy?
I would completely disagree with that. Look, I was on Twitter last night, too, seeing both sides. I think a lot of women like myself did not appreciate a lot of the demeanor, a lot of the facial expressions that Kamala Harris was giving. I even found that she was a little bit condescending to the American people. She had to explain what debt was and what the word bounty meant. And there was a little bit of a lecturing quality to it. I really think that she needed to tone it down just a bit, state her case, state her platform positions. And yet it seemed that her facial expressions stole the show, which is not what you really want in a debate.
Beverly Hallberg, great insight. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.